opinions as facts. So I'm about to say this is a fact. And if you say that what I'm saying is not a fact, then I want you to stop this show right now. We have a train system in Chicago called the L. If you take this from the north side of Chicago, the first stop is Howard, and you take it, I think it'll probably take you 90 minutes from one end to the other. If you take it through downtown, and then you take it to the south side of Chicago, you'll see a gradual shift in who gets on and who gets off. And during this shift, you're going to notice, although the train stops are different, when you listen to the announcer, he'll say something like, "We are now arriving at 35th Avenue." And that's what you'll hear. But tell me if I'm lying. Tell me he is not saying, "We are now arriving at Decency. This is the last stop for Decency. Anyone wishing to get off Decency should get off here because we are about to leave Decency." And then what happens after that? Tell me I'm lying. Is that not a fact? Is that not a fact? And no one cares about that. What do you care about? You care about going and get the newest Samsung tablet. It's like, ooh, I can draw on it. I can use my fingers to draw, and maybe I'm going to become an artist, even though I'm just going to download Fruit Ninja, cut some fruit, Plants vs. Zombies, Temple Run, play the same small games that I was playing on my iPad that I also couldn't afford, but I got that. But now I want this new Samsung pad because I can touch it with my finger and possibly draw with it. And maybe I was thinking about getting back into art school, even though I don't have savings and my family doesn't have any savings and no one's in a real position to help me out economically, and I'm not really in a position to help myself out. But I guess this pad will help me kind of kill my time and run away from this economic hell that I'm in. I'm just going to participate in Christmas. I've got a little niece. She's probably about 8 years old. I hate that when I talk like this, the first thing people will say is that I must not care about her because I don't want her to have a doll for Christmas. When what I'm saying is I care about my little niece's future. I care about her future. I want her to be able to have decency one day. I don't want her to grow up struggling. I don't want her to grow up alone. I don't want her to have no safety net. I don't want her to constantly live in poverty. I don't want her to think that home ownership is impossible. I don't want her to always feel that she must be a member of a permanent underclass. I don't want her to come from a group that lacks any group power, economic power, that doesn't believe in tomorrow. And when I talk like this, people will say, okay, you don't care about her. Why don't you just get her a gift and let her celebrate Christmas? I care about her future more than I do about if she's able to get a new Barbie doll that actually looks nothing like her. Actually, it looks like her with a wig. I care more about her than her getting a black Barbie with a wig. I care about her future. If you cared about your grandchildren who are actually not born yet, if you cared about, like my niece, how I care about her grandchildren, assuming she'll be able to reproduce one day if she hasn't been sterilized through the vaccines that she'll be receiving throughout her lifetime. If she's able to have grandchildren, I care about them. Why don't you? You care about Christmas. You care about her getting a pad. You care about your nephew's iPad, Samsung pad. You care about getting them some name brand maxi pads. Everyone gets a pad. Why don't you care about their future? We've been programmed to just hate any savings that we can get. Any cushioning that we can get, we've got to destroy it. This is what we come from, a destructive community. We seek to destroy any institution. Anything that's healthy, we seek to destroy it. Anytime we get savings, we're working to destroy it. We're unhealthy people. We cannot stay like this. We cannot stay believing that we are the equivalent of Michael Jordan and Bill Gates. I'm Bertie Tolar. I'm saying it here now. Christmas is not for black people. If you have not bought the gifts yet, do not do it. Don't be fooled. If you've been fooled like I have for decades, it's time for you to wake up to the realization that this is not for you. It was never for you. You have no business participating in it until you're on par with Michael Jordan. And if and only if, then you can decide. You can make up your mind then. But right now you have no business thinking about this. I'm Bertie Tolar. Get the slave boxes out of your home. Stop celebrating this day that is not for you. Say Merry Christmas, go eat a little food, and go home. Leave it at that. Stop making your oppressors rich. Stop feeding the machine that keeps you in your situation. Merry Christmas.